Hi, and welcome to Master People Platform Tutorials. In this tutorial, we will go through the deletion processes and the GDPR linked to that. We will demonstrate how to set up your company deletion settings, understanding the expiry date setting on candidates, and dealing in general with the recycle bin. So let's start by entering the Master People platform. Here I have a demo company called Newline, and I have the most recent or the pinned assessments up here as you know it. If I want to delete a person, I go into the person list. I choose a person. Here I need to delete Linda Lowe. I press over here and I press delete. Now Linda Lowe is no longer on my people list, but in the recycle bin over here. But before I do so, I need to set up some company settings to enable all these functions. So let's have a look at that. In the company settings, I have a tab called GDPR. Let's look at the functionalities of the GDPR pin one by one. So first we have here the expiry date, and this is the amount of days that when I renew a candidate or I set the expiry date, how many days do I want the system to count forward? In this case, I've set it to 90 days. It could also be 30. It could also be 120 or 5 days or how many ever I want. So let's start by setting it at 90. Remember, there's no save button here. So I just proceed with the other stuff. So let's look at what happens with the 90 days. Whenever I have a candidate, I can have a candidate without an expiry date, which is the case of Russell Rodriguez. If I go to Russell's menu here and I say set, you can see here that currently he will never expire. And I'm setting the period to 90 days set. So let's have a look at person that has less. We have here Brandon Bennett, who will expire in 87 days. I want to prolong him or renew his expiry date. I simply go in and choose renew. The same menu comes up. This is his current expiry date, and this is the new expiry date counting from today. Now he's set at 90 days. Let's go back into the settings. The next option you have under GDPR is what then happens after the 90 days. When you have enabled the next function here, it automatically moves your candidate, your expired candidate, to the recycle bin. If I have disabled it, you will have to do this process manually. So let's enable it. We do recommend that it's enabled here. When the expiry date runs out for a candidate, the candidate is automatically moved over to the recycle bin. And here you can see the candidates that have been expired. And we actually also have an assessment. You can see that here and from the little icon here that has been deleted. And it is also to be found in our recycle bin. If I had disabled the automatic function, I would have to go in here and delete the person manually. So here we have Matthew Markinson, and I will delete Matthew. He is now no longer in my list down here, but I can find him in the recycle bin over here. Again, if I have enabled automatic deletion, the candidates will automatically be moved to the recycle bin. The next option here, enable notification, is if I want to see the list on the dashboard. If I have disabled it, I will not see any names on my list of recent expiry. Again, I can choose here if I only want to see for the next week who will expire in 8 days or less. I type 8 here. And then when I scroll down to my list here, I can see that I have Samuel Sanchez, who will expire in 2 days, and I have Lena Larson, who will expire in 8 days. Again, if I set this to 90 days, I will see a much longer list on my dashboard, as all the candidates expiring within the next 90 days will be present from this list. Okay, so the next option I have is regarding the recycle bin. I can automatically empty my recycle bin, and I can do that within a certain period of time. So how long do I want items to be active in my recycle bin before they disappear automatically? Here I have set it to 30 days. So let's go into the recycle bin. And as you can see here, I have all of these people and assessment who will expire in 39 days. This means that if I log into this account again in 29 days, this recycle bin will not include the names you see on the list. I can delete them manually by going over here and saying delete. But this means that Brad will now be permanently deleted. I cannot recover it, and no one can recover Brad from the system. So be careful with this one. But again, it's a double security that you can put it in the recycle bin and then permanently delete it after that. You can, of course, empty it all by one click up here. But let me show you what happens if you have accidentally deleted a candidate and want to restore it. So let's say that Matthew Markinson should not have been deleted. Click here and say restore. So when I click here, yes to restore, Matthew Markinson will again be visible on my people list and all the assets that he has been attached to. Perfect. So this has been a short introduction to the different elements here regarding expiry date and the recycle bin. Remember to continuously look at your dashboard to see if there are any candidates who are about to expire. And if you think they shouldn't expire, you can always press renew and it will quickly renew the candidate and he or she will disappear from the list down here. Thank you very much for joining us and be welcome to see the other tutorials that we have regarding Master People platform. Thank you very much.